Hunter Biden, now the first child of a sitting U.S. president to be convicted of a crime, as a Delaware jury found him guilty today on all three counts in his federal gun trial. President Biden reacting, saying he will accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. The younger Biden faces 25 years in prison.
That would be the maximum potential sentence. With more, we are joined by criminal defense attorney and legal analyst Lou Shapiro. Lou, we talked to you right when this trial was gotten started. What do you make of the verdict? Surprised?
Not surprised at all. It's very unusual to have a case where the defendant actually provides a confession in a published book. And then on top of that, we had eyewitnesses testify at the trial that they actually saw him with the gun during this time period. So when you have that involved in a case like this, there was really nowhere for the defense to go.
Yeah, this is all tied to the fact that he filled out the gun form, and the question was, were you using drugs at the time? And he said no, and you reference his memoir in 2021, Beautiful Things, in which he talked about his drug use, extensive drug use. Okay, so Alex just said it's a maximum sentence of 25 years in prison. We know that, and I think like a $750,000 fine. The sentencing has not been set, but the judge says it will take place within the next 120 days. What can we expect there, especially as a first-time offender?
So we shouldn't expect a very eventful sentencing. The reason why it's 120 days, by the way, is because both sides have an opportunity to prepare sentencing memorandums. And that also goes for the probation department as well. They will also make a recommendation to the court. So all that needs to be taken into consideration. But somebody like Hunter Biden, with no previous violent record, nothing of this sort ever happening before, the fact that he has a drug addiction or drug issue is something that is actually shown compassion, usually by a sentencing judge. So when you take that all together, he's looking at something like probation, maybe with some community service, and maybe with some drug treatment. But that's all we should expect to see.
So this isn't the only trial for Hunter Biden. He's got a trial here in Los Angeles facing 9 federal charges in terms of taxes, basically saying that he didn't pay his taxes. That's trial set for September. Does this guilty verdict impact that trial at all, or would it impact sentencing for that trial at all?
So it won't impact the actual presentation of evidence in that trial. It's really 2 different incidents not related to one another. Now, in terms of sentencing in that trial, well, if he is convicted in that matter, then any other conduct can be taken into consideration by a sentencing judge. But I suspect that even if he is convicted in that tax case, again, because that would be his first offense, and presumably he would have the ability to pay back the back taxes by either family or friends or so forth, and make what we call restitution. I think also that he's not looking at any time in that matter as well. I think sentencing judges who have unfettered discretion, they're lifetime appointees as federal judges, try to make the right call. And if they see a politically charged prosecution, whether it's by the right or the left, they try to call it how it is and issue a fair sentence.
Well, in the federal trial, President Biden has said, excuse me, that he would not pardon him. We'll see if that actually stays to be true. As it relates to his voting power, though, I'm speaking about Hunter Biden. Now that he's a convicted felon, what's his voting status? Can he vote in the 2024 election for his father?
Right. So he actually may not be able to vote, in that election. But I think going back to a good point you said, Marla, is that politicians say things all the time, and there's always that way out of it, right? So President Biden might be saying, now, I'm not going to pardon my son, but he's in a win-win situation because he says that now, it looks good. And maybe if he gets in on the next election, then he can always say, I know I said I wouldn't do it, but, now that things are changed, I didn't expect him to get a harsh sentence in that second trial. I didn't expect a lot of things. They can always backtrack. So I wouldn't put too much stock into that statement at this point.
And we know a lot of Republicans are frustrated that Hunter Biden is not facing any charges for his business dealings with foreign corporations and potential corruption there. They have not filed any charges about that, and so these are the 2 cases that he is facing right now. Criminal defense attorney Lou Shapiro, thank you so much for being with us.
Always good to be with you both. Thank you.